compression spread the glute muscles now. When I approach this work, I'm going to put my grounding hand down first, and it goes like this. You see how the fingertips land, and then the rest of the hand comes on. And then this is my active hand, and same thing, the fingertips land, and then the rest of the hand comes on. Then I push my back end away from the table as this arm reaches out of the shoulder socket, and then I'm going to drop in like this. I'll do that again. Get the placement, push away from her, pause right there, and then my hips lean in. So I shift my weight from the back foot to the front foot and pause. Release. Light, deep, deep pause. Drop in, release. Light, deep, deep pause. Drop in and release. And the release comes from my hips. So I did those just right here around the trochanter. I can also come in from the upper edge of the iliac bone right here, ground with this hand first, this hand follows, and the glute medius attaches right up here, and then it comes over there and attaches on the trochanter. You can see the glute medius muscle here attached right up along the edge of the iliac bone. Deep to glute medius is glute minimus, which you can see over here. It's located maybe a half inch or inch down from the edge, deep to glute medius. So it's light, deep, deep, pause, drop in, release. New position, I move my hand maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, light, deep, deep, pause, drop in. I keep my head centered here over my shoulders, so there's no dropping the head left or right, but my nose is over my sternum, over my belly button, right over pubic symphysis. And that keeps the work nice and even, and it helps keep it deeper. Hips go back first, then I drop in. So that's glute medius. Glute minimus attaches just a little bit lower on the iliacus bone underneath glute medius. So I've just dropped my hand. It was up here, I dropped it down here. Light, deep, deep pause, and drop my weight in. Then I'll come back over here to the trochanter. There's various muscles that attach like spokes on a bicycle around that trochanter. We have muscles arranged like in a spoke pattern going around the trochanter. And I can do it with either this hand or this hand, whichever is more comfortable. I get in position first here and then drop in. So because this target is lower down here rather than up here, you see how I drop my body lower? And light, deep, deep pause. There's a reach. And when I do this reach, the angles, for example, this angle here gets bigger as I apply pressure, which protects the wrist. Contrast that to this, which puts stress on the wrist. And watch the difference here. This is with the reach with this angle getting bigger, which is the way I'm teaching it. This is what I find dangerous, when a person just drops right in, and that stresses the wrist. I'll do a couple from the other side. Light, deep, deep pause, drop in, release. Light, deep, deep pause, drop in. Let's take a look at my feet now as I do this. As my hips go back, my toes go up, like that. So I'm rolling. There's on my back foot, there's my toe, and as my hips go back, I roll over my feet, both front and back feet, and the toes come up. And bringing my toes up like that engages my core. Good. To get in, support hand first, and you see this fingertips and then the whole hand drops. This active hand, the fingertips come first, and I keep the hand down as my elbow looks for the right place. And then notice my hips moving away from her until I get a good stable point, and at that point I can lean in. When I release it, my hips come back. Move a little bit. See the reach out of my shoulder socket here? Watch that again. My hips are going backwards while my elbow goes forwards. Pause right there, make sure I'm stable, pull my belly in, and then lean in. Release. So you can go all the way around that trochanter doing that same move. And you look for the right position for your hand. It might be here, it might be here, it might be here. You want to find that place that feels right, feels like you have good connection. You can do it with that arm, or you can come in and do it with this arm. Find a good spot. You see me readjusting here, looking for the right spot. Notice also how I'm keeping my fingertips down here. When I keep my fingertips down, it helps keep me more stable. If I take this hand up, it's harder on my whole body, and it's more aggressive for her. And soothe. With the soothing, I'm just doing a big, broad compression.